for children language, especially how to maximize their listening and speaking skills. Before it comes to the material, I would like to introduce the member of third group. The first is me. I am Fitri Zulaika Mahfuza, and also there is Salsabil Sabil, Alifani, Kanisma, and Nada Alifa. Okay. First thing first, when you heard about a learning environment, what comes to your mind? Learning environment. Learning environment is the physical activity. It can be the social activity, the interaction between the teachers and the students, and the way you engage your students is the way you make a collaboration with your students. It sometimes the conversation, it can be formal and informal, but if we talk about the children, for children, it's usually it is an informal setting, so we have to make the conversation casually so that your students, the children, is not boring with you. Yeah. And then how to build a good learning environment, how to make the learning environment is fun. So it will explain by my friend. Before the explanation about how to maximize their listening skills, I have to confirm, I have to clarify that it's actually we have prepared some of activities, exciting, it's fun activities if the presentation in the class, but it's sadly the class is online and we have to do this presentation. So we will give you the example how to build a learning environment in the class. In the opening, you can sing with your students, with the children. You can sing a song and you have you tell your students to stand up and like a dance, something like that. It is funny for children because they are so excited to do that. So I cannot practice it because the presentation is online. So if the next week if we can do it on the next week, if it is possible, we can practice it in the class.
The first submaterial is about how to maximize their listening skills. And now I will talk about 7 principles of designing listening activities for young learners. And according to Sin and Crandall, when designing activities listening for young learner, it is important to remember the following 7 principles. For the first is prepare teacher talk carefully. So ketika kita menjadi guru, kita harus belajar berbicara dengan cara yang jelas dan sederhana agar anak-anak mudah mengerti apa yang kita jelaskan. The second is use listening activities that reflect real life learning. Sometimes siswa akan lebih mudah paham apa yang kita jelaskan if we connect it to real life. And the third is focus on listening activities that are developmentally appropriate. For young children, the teachers can read short or simple story. But for older children, maybe teacher akan menceritakan cerita yang lebih panjang atau akan membentuk mereka untuk berkelompok dan diskusi. And the fourth is use a variety of techniques to make listening input comprehensible. So, guru bisa memakai gambar, gerakan tangan, atau mimik wajah saat berbicara agar siswa lebih mudah untuk memahami. Dan for the fifth is check comprehension using a variety of response types. Jadi teacher make sure that the children understand by asking question or asking them to show you something. And the sixth is keep listening active. Always give learners a listening task. And the last, seventh, is equip your student with intelligent quizbox strategies. So, ajari anak-anak untuk menebak dengan tepat dan cerdas. Like ketika kita menjelaskan tentang sea or pantai, mereka tidak tahu arti dari ombak itu apa. But mereka akan tahu atau akan bisa menebak arti dari ombak, arti bahwa kata itu adalah ombak, because the story mention water and sea. And in this slide, I will talk about some effective listening activities. So good listening activities will help children understand better. And here are some examples of motivating listening activities. For the first is listen and do, listen and point, and listen and make. Listen and do merupakan ketika anak-anak bisa mendengarkan instruksi dan kemudian melakukan tindakan sesuai dengan apa yang mereka dengar. Jika listen and point itu merupakan anak-anak diminta untuk mendengarkan dan kemudian menunjukkan ke benda atau gambar yang sesuai dengan instruksi kita. And listen and make merupakan anak-anak diharapkan bisa mendengarkan instruksi untuk membuat sesuatu yang biasanya terkait dengan kegiatan kreatif. And the second is using flashcard. Menggunakan flashcard ini itu untuk mengenalkan kosakata baru. Jadi digunakan untuk memperkenalkan kosakata baru sebelum melakukan aktivitas pembelajaran. And the last is TPR or Total Physical Response Activities, yang mana pembelajaran dilakukan dengan menggunakan gerakan tubuh untuk memahami kata atau kalimat. For the example, if the teacher says run and the children pretend to run in place. Nah, gerakan ini itu membantu anak-anak untuk mengingat kata dengan lebih baik. Jadi mereka tahu, oh run or lari itu kayak gini nih. So, these activities help children learn language actively, fun, and in a way that suits their abilities.
Okay, the next material is about activities to promote listening comprehension. One provide a comprehension list of ways to check student comprehension. These activities include the first is listening and doing, choosing and matching pictures or object, and number 3 is transferring the information to another form like drawing and answering question, problem solving, and the last is role play after listening, and many others. Nah, okay, Jadi ada beberapa kegiatan untuk meningkatkan pemahaman dalam listening yang meliputi the first is mendengarkan dan juga melakukan atau dipraktekkan. Jadi murid setelah mendengarkan, setelah listening the audio, mereka mempraktekkan. Nah, yang kedua dengan memilih atau mencocokkan gambar atau objek, because with the picture the student can imagine about the listening audio. Yang ketiga yaitu memindahkan informasi ke dalam bentuk lain. Nah, seperti dengan bantuan gambar. Yang keempat dengan menjawab pertanyaan. Yang kelima pemecahan masalah atau problem solving. Nah, ini bisa dengan mengajukan beberapa pertanyaan dan juga meringkas beberapa poin penting. Dan yang terakhir bisa dengan role play. Nah, karena dengan role play setelah listening, after listening, mereka dapat mengingat vocabulary yang telah didengarkan di audio yang sudah didengarkan. Okay, and the next material is about step for teaching a song. There are several steps for teaching song according to Sin and Crandall. This step include the first is introducing the topic of the song, and the next is reviewing the vocabulary student already know, and the next pre-teaching the new vocabulary, and the last listening to the song with TPR activities. Nah, untuk yang keempat ini ada yaitu mendengarkan lagu dan menggunakan metode TPR. Nah, TPR ini Total Physical Response. Nah, di mana sebuah metode yang menggunakan gerak tubuh untuk mempraktikkan kata. Nah, di pertemuan kemarin kita sudah mempraktekkan yaitu dengan lagu head, shoulder, knees and toes, knees and toes. Nah, di mana nanti siswa itu bisa mengidentifikasi gerakan tersebut sehingga mereka paham, oh head itu kepala, shoulder itu bahu, dan lain sebagainya. Itu untuk melatih listening itu bisa menggunakan lagu. Nah, berikut langkah-langkahnya. There are some steps. The first is memperkenalkan topik lagu. Yang kedua itu review atau meninjau kembali kosakata yang telah diketahui siswa sebelumnya. And then pre-teaching dengan mengajarkan kosakata baru. So teaching new vocab and reviewing the old vocabulary should be done before any activity. Jadi sebelum aktivitas pembelajaran kelas, review dan juga penambahan vocab itu harus dilakukan. And the vocab can be taught by using picture, flashcard, drawing, and many others. Nah, jadi bisa menggunakan flashcard, bisa menggunakan gambar.
Okay, now how to maximize their speaking skill. The first one, there is talk every day. Ask a simple question like what did you do today, or why do you like that toy? This get them talking more. The second, be a good example. Speak clearly and use the right words so they can learn from how you talk. Second, let them choose. Let them talk about things they like, such as a favorite game or story or maybe their hobby. The second, there is a play pretend act or real life situation, pretend to be at a restaurant, store, school, and this help them practice real conversation in a playful way. Use costumes or prop, make it more fun with costume or toy, like pretending to be a doctor or teacher. Okay, the third, there is a group sharing, circle time. Let them take turns talking about their day or something they enjoy. Encourage them to listen and respond to the others. So and tell, let them bring a favorite toy and explain why they like it. This helps them speak confidently. Okay, the fourth, there is tell story, personal stories. Encourage them to talk about something they did, like a trip to the park. This helps them practice talking in full sentence. Picture story, show them a picture and ask them to make up a story about it. It helps them think and speak creatively.
Oke, selanjutnya itu ada speaking games. Biasanya dipakai di sekolah dan berpasangan atau berkelompok. Nah, banyak macam dari speaking games ini. Contohnya adalah tebak kata atau tebak kalimat atau tebak gambar. Jadi anak-anak secara berpasangan itu dikasih satu objek dan harus bisa menebak cuman pakai kata yes atau no. Terus ada lagi telepon atau pesan berantai. Jadi ada beberapa kelompok anak dalam satu kelompok itu secara berurutan dikasih sebuah kalimat dan akan disampaikan terus-menerus sampai ke orang terakhir. Kemudian ada word change dan ada describe and draw. Selanjutnya ada mini presentation. Jadi mini presentation itu setiap anak dikasih satu gambar atau objek, misal hewan atau buah. Terus mereka nanti disuruh describe apa ini gitu. Selanjutnya ada encourage and correctly gently. Nah, jadi ini nih kayak latihan speaking di mana ketika anak itu lagi berbicara terus dia ada salah pengucapan atau salah grammar, itu kita benerin dengan cara yang halus. Misalnya contoh, I go to park. Nah, itu kan salah go-nya. Nah, kita kasih respon atau kita kasih feedback balik dengan kata-kata seperti ini. Yes, you went to park. Why did you do there? Nah, seperti itu. Jadi kan got itu kita ulangi dengan kata when gitu. Selanjutnya ada pair conversation. Nah, pair conversation ini itu adalah anak-anak itu disuruh bikin kelompok atau berpasangan, kemudian kita kasih satu topik untuk ngobrol, untuk conversation sama temannya. Nah, jadi disitulah speaking skillnya mereka tuh akan terasa gitu. Selanjutnya ada use fun technology. Kalau untuk use fun technology ini kita bisa memanfaatkan beberapa aplikasi untuk belajar bahasa Inggris, contohnya Duolingo.
Okay, after the presentators have already explained how to maximize children's listening and speaking skills. What do you think? Have you have others' opinion? Have you have any ideas? If you want to comment, if you want to edit, just text in this group. Alright. How to maximize their listening and speaking skills, we as a Gen Z teachers, we have to be creative as much as possible. You know that there are a lot of games platform that we can use in our learning activities so that the children are not boring with us, okay, as a teacher. We can use Quizlet like in business English class. It's sometimes not only children need that. We as students also need that games. It's not always about the serious materials. It's not always about teacher centers. Okay, so you have to engage your students. You have to make a collaboration between you as a teachers and your students. You have to make a question and answer session with your students, and the Q&A session is not always just about the material. You have to ask your students about their feelings. You have to ask your students maybe what is your favorite song, your favorite actress, your favorite food, something like that, so that your students feel like comfortable with you, feel like, oh yeah, I'm happy in this class. Okay, so the students is not boring at all in your learning activity. That's all From third group, I hope you all understand with our explanation. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget, if you have any question or others' opinion, just drop it in this group, or maybe you can just text us. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.